Everybody, this your girl, Brittani, or as some of y'all call me, Lene. I'm just making this video to shout out, all the people that are very close to me, that are very dear to me. So, first, I gotta shout out to my main girls that always have my back. Audrey, she's been my day one. I met her back in the Morton days. She's been having my back. She's a part of the family. My mom is her mom, my dad is her dad, and so on. We through thick and thin. She knows everything about me. She understands me. She's the only person that I ever been friends with that understands, me. Next, I got my girl, Deja. Deja, I haven't known her so long, but she is like my little sister. I love her. We get along, we just alike, we never fight, we have the same taste in guys. It's just like, she is my little sister. I got her back and she got mine. I know I can confide in her about anything, you know. Next, I got my girl Tony. Signal practice this weekend. Tony, man, I met her back at UNO when like 18. We both 21 now. Tony, that girl, I love her. She's hilarious. She is smart, sophisticated. Ain't too many girls like that in Lamar, Nebraska. So, she's just the coolest chick ever. Shout out to Alyssa for doing that picture for me. It's cute. I love it. Girl, you got style. I love it. Who else, man? Samantha, we about to get our place soon as I find a job. But, she is my big sister. She keeps me in check. I come to her for advice. She comes to me for advice. We have a good big sis, little sis relationship. Gosh, it's so hard, like, thinking, like, the most of people to shout out right now. Shout out to Brooklyn. Met her when she was a freshman. She's been, like, my little sister ever. She still got a little stuff to learn, but, she can come to me about anything and everything. Not to the guys, I gotta shout out. Number one, Chris, big bro, I love you. You out there, bro, you out there. But I love you, and you do keep my hard-headed self in check. You give me great advice. I listen to you. I love you. Thank you for being there for me, even though I've known you for years. But when we started off, we weren't really friends. But you got my back, and I know that, and I love you. My little bro, Chris. Shout out to him. I love him. He's doing big things, and I'm proud of him. Shout out to Luke, I guess. He's cool. Known him for years. He's like one of my good friends. I'm glad he's still one of my friends. Shout out to Marcus. He's a sweetheart. Always makes me smile. I gotta shout out the person that makes me smile a lot. Shout out to King. He drives me crazy, but I love him. He's like my little brother. He's gonna annoy me, little brother, big sister. Of course he's gonna annoy me. But I love him still, and he's funny. Shout out to Tim, he's cool. New friend of mine, very cute, but shout out to him. Makes my night better when I talk to him. He's really cool. No, he's not my boyfriend. I'm still single. Get it right. Still single. Shout out to Greg. Shout out to Niche. Shout out to everybody else who's been there for me, who knows me. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember everybody, but I'm doing my best. If I forgot you, call me, text me, Facebook me, whatever, and I'll do another one with you in it. I have some people who want me to shout them out. I've posted something about it. They wanted me to shout them out. So, shout out to Mr. Fly Guy, since he thinks I should shout him out. You know, shout out to J Roll Tide, you know, because he like a shout out. So, you know, shout out to you. Shout out to Taylor Gang, Berg Bound Boys, I'm sorry. You know, shout out to them, you know, and shout out to Zay Too Raw, you know. Shout out to all those people. You know, shout out to Darnell since I just looked at Facebook, you know, shout him out. Got to. Shout out to Jamie Lee. If I didn't say your name right, shout out to him because he's a straight up gentleman, and there are too many guys out there like him. So you know, shout out to him. Shout out to one of my good friends, David. Shout out to him. I'll be in Miami next summer. I hope we get to kick it. You know, shout out to John. He's hilarious. He's been one of my good friends for years. Him and Lynn are like the cutest couple. So shout out for y'all for making it this long. You know, shout out to like, so many people. I'm trying to like remember everybody, you know. You know, shout out to my best friend Sleepy. You know, follow him at Twitter, Sleepy the True. He's coming out with a new mixtape, drops on Halloween. So y'all gotta make sure y'all check that out because I might just post it on Facebook. So you gotta check that out. You know, shout out to Martin. You know, he's that one friend that's not afraid to say what he said, what's on his mind. But I love him. You know, shout out to him. You know, just, you know, shout out to both my grandmothers, you know, my one here, my one in New Orleans, you know, shout out to y'all, because without grandmothers, how would I learn how to cook or whatever I need that my mom can't teach me, my grandma can. And shout out to them for being in my life, for being there at my graduation when I had lost both my grandfathers and they both came to support me when I graduated from high school. So thank you guys for being there. You don't know how much that meant to me for you being there. And just shout out to the Saunders family. Shout out to the Garnett family. I love y'all. You know, without family, I wouldn't be nothing. You know, biggest shout out to my mom, my dad for raising me the right way and, you know, punishing me or beating me till the black came off. So I got that what I did was wrong. You know, shout out to them for being there for me. Shout out to, you know, my mom, Christina, aka Tina Marie, for, you know, being the other mom that I never had. You know, I'm thankful for her for being there for me and everything else, you know. You know, shout out to Tiffany. I know we haven't talked that much, but girl, I still love you. Just shout out to everyone. You know, I love all my friends. I love all my family, and I just want to thank everybody for being there for me. Because without you guys, I wouldn't have made it this far or anything. So I want to really thank you for everything that you've done. I bless you for putting up with my crazy self for so long. Thank you. I love you, and peace. I'm out.